is Johnny Spano. I work at St. Vieta Bagel Shop. Marlin has changed over the years. It's becoming more of a diverse sector as opposed to before. You have a lot of different nationalities and cultures, and that's what makes Marlin very unique in its own way.
What makes Myland special is basically the people themselves, okay? We have all kinds of people that come from various backgrounds, whether they be students or immigrant workers who made well. This is a place that's very friendly, and a lot of people somehow congregate here because of places like this, the bagel shop, the cafes that we have here, Arahova across the street. It's basically a residential area, and you know, with the row houses here, the community is quite large, and so you have a wide-ranging population.
Hi, my name is Billy Mavreas, and along with Emily O'Brien, I run Monastiraki. Monastiraki is a curiosity art space, curiosity shop art space, hybrid space, a space that has eluded us in terms of simple definitions. Myland is a bit of a village. It's always been here, right? This is not a new neighborhood. People have been getting their 24-hour bagels for a long time. It has gotten the attention of tastemakers and journalists and hacks for a long time because of its high concentration of, I guess, a cultural life or an artist's life. I see that Myland is kind of a microcosm of the spirit of Montreal in its best light. A lot of different people coming together and coexisting. And yeah, that's one of the special things about the neighborhood. It's not a homogenous neighborhood. It's not just a whole bunch of white francophones or a whole bunch of white anglophones. There's a mix.
My name is Nathan Gage, and I'm the owner of Phonopolis. The music scene is pretty well known for Montreal and Mile End. It's like where all bands like, you know, Wolf Parade and Arcade Fire, they all came from this area. We do get a lot of musicians who come here, and it definitely flavors what sells and what we carry. So we have a lot of stuff that maybe is a little more outside kind of the usual things people might listen to, but people who are super into music and are into, you know, really kind of go into depth into music, they're a little more interested in this stuff. So we have a lot of musicians coming here buying records. My music community was here before my record store, for sure, but they've definitely like embraced the store. We've had a lot of local bands do in stores. Local bands regularly take the window display. I mean, we as the people who work here all know the musicians in the community, and they come in regularly, even just to say hi or peruse the new arrivals or whatever. It's really nice and laid back. There's lots and lots of different kinds of people from all over the world here, and so there's not any, I think, pressure to be any one way, which, you know, in some parts of Montreal I do sometimes feel. And yeah, I think it's a great place. There's lots of thriving little businesses, not a lot of chains, a lot of, like, you know, mom and pop shops. And if you haven't gone up to Mile End, you should, because it's a nice area to visit for sure.
My name's Jason Grimmer. I'm the Retail and Events Director at the Librairie Drawn and Quarterly Bookstore. The bookstore is owned and operated by the Drawn and Quarterly Publishing House, which was started in 1990 by its founder, Chris Oliveros, who's from Montreal. And he started publishing the Drawn In Quarterly anthology, which came out 4 times a year, hence the quarterly. And then in 2007, the company came upon the idea of opening their own bookstore, partially as a place to launch their books, as well as to launch other peer publishers' books as well in Montreal. There weren't a lot of places to choose from at the time. And also to serve as a place for workshops and local authors to gather, launch their books, or have readings. Mile-End is sort of filled with, you have a music scene that was very centralized here as well, with some pretty big bands. So you have a music and artistic scene, a lot of authors, and they're all sort of living in this area or close by. And so we sort of decided that this would probably be the best place to open a store like this, and where it would be best appreciated in Montreal. And it seems to have played out quite well.
I'm Priya Vera, and I'm a member of the art collective AmArt. AmArt is basically a collective of artists in Mile-End, and we've been in existence for 15 years. We have a gallery, we have studio spaces, and we're also a group of artists. So basically we provide services to artists. We have courses here. For example, on Monday nights, we have a group of artists from the Académie des Beaux-Arts that come here, and there is a live model, and it's a 3-hour course, and it's a 3-hour session basically where people come together and they create and they draw and they paint with the live model in place. And we do workshops for children around Journée de la Culture, which is an event that happens in Montreal in September. So we have different things that go on over the course of the year. We also have an art gallery, as I mentioned earlier, and the art gallery is rented it can be rented to anyone. So artists from all over Montreal, they come, and even from outside Montreal, they come and they rent our art gallery. So we have a new show every 2 weeks. So that's sort of our way to connect to other artists outside of our group. In some sense, AmArt, our continued existence is really important now, because we're now serving the needs of those people who felt that they may not have a space anymore in this community. And we're there to say, no, there is still a space for you. There's still a space for people who do art that doesn't necessarily fit into any genre of what's sort of considered mainstream. The presence of artists in a large concentration, for sure, I think is one of the highlights of this neighborhood. Absolutely.
My name is Victoria Furfaro. I am the owner of Café Olimpico. My dad, Rocco Furfaro, started Olimpico in 1970. He was an immigrant from Italy, and he decided he wanted to bring to the area something very Italian. Like, he started off with the espresso, the cappuccino. It's a special blend that he has that he would actually spend hours and hours, go to Italy, have some products, taste the beans, and he had this talent of trying to produce all these beans put together and make it his special blend, which for me, I call it the Rocco's blend. People call Olimpico and everything, but these are Rocco's beans that it was him that started it. And today we have, the neighborhood has been changing, like I said, and it's really nice because there's a lot of different kinds of people. Olimpico is a place where you have children, mothers, fathers, actors, producers, famous people come in, and we're really proud. What I find, it's a community here. It's a really nice community. There, like I said, you just come here, you'll be here for a week. By the end of the week, everyone knows your name practically. And you know, everyone, you'll sit by yourself, have your coffee, you'll have someone else just join you. And it's, you know, if you want to be by yourself, that's fine, you want your space. But it's more of, it's a family-run business. And like I said, like the boys also that work here, they're very good with our clients. I just hope everyone out there, if you're ever in the neighborhood, and I want to thank a lot of McGill students that come here, of course. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you. And it's been all word of mouth, and we've been very fortunate.